We guys, niyayazi le pain yokuthi ufise ukwenza ivideo ngesingisi, ufise ubone ivideo uthi yabo le ngathi ngingayenza ngesingisi, kodwa uthi bosicabanga isingisi sakho ngeke. Lesa semzimkhulu lesi. My name is Olethu Mahlasela. I am a girl.
Hi guys, hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to Explore with Sibo. I am Sibo. So today it's another sit down and conversation. One thing about me, guys, I do really like participating and listening to conversations. So today I thought I should just talk to the conversation that I saw on TikTok. So if you are on TikTok, you'd know. So there are actually two TikTokers that are talking about this. I don't remember the other one is a guy, but I remember the other one, a lady by Olethu Mahlasela from Zimkhulu. They were talking about how ukukhulela ezilalini and not being able to express yourself in English is actually a challenge. So I wanted to talk about that because Mugel also grew up as Lalini, and it took me some time to really, be able to express myself fully in English. I can't say I can express myself fully in English still, but I'm just saying that, it's better than what it was before. And before we get into this conversation, thank you so much for those that have subscribed. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for those that I keep on commenting, liking my videos and content. Please do make sure that you do subscribe if you haven't, and please make sure that you do share my videos with your people so that we can grow and be a bigger family. So guys, for those that might not know, I am Sibongile. I am Sibongile Vimbi on Instagram, and I am Sibongile Bongi Vimbi on Facebook, and this is my YouTube channel, Explore with Sibo. And as I've said, we are exploring travel, we are exploring conversations, and anything else that I might find it interesting and want to tap into. I will definitely explore into that. So guys, as I said, I'm stepping into a conversation that was held on TikTok, I think a month ago. I'm a bit late, I think a month ago, but I think it's always a conversation that is relevant, and it will always be relevant because we do have abantu basehlala emakhaya or people who are not really going to good schools where English is the first language, So they were talking about how it becomes a challenge when you need to express yourself, especially also because now you change environment, you go to a different province, now you need to start expressing yourself in English. So for those that do not know, I also grew up in Eastern Cape, in a small town called Montfrey, and it's Lalini Zakwa. So I think for me, before you even get to a point to teaching English, about how difficult it was also difficult when I moved in to Joburg in 2003. It was difficult because as nditsho ndikhulele eMonfrey kwaBhaca, and singamabhaca sithi sibophe isibhaca ayithula umntu phasi. So isiXhosa sethu si-weak. So as much as senze isiXhosa esikolweni, but isiXhosa sakulaqala si-weak because asingamaXhosa. And let me not even entertain the debate over yes nihlala e-Eastern Cape and most people about Eastern Cape amaXhosa whatever, but singamabhaca and asisithethi isiXhosa, we don't use okhimi, asisebenzisi, we don't say ukutya, sithi ukudla. So we differ when it comes to other Xhosas or the way Xhosas speak is Xhosa. So let's start there. So when I moved to Joburg, firstly I was struggling with Xhosa. Not, I think it was said it's not bad, but it was bala. It was a challenge because, like for example, Tina Emonfrey city is Tamba, and which is a spoken language is Tamba, but emaXhoseni bathi lukhuko. So you can see the difference between the two to say, I mean, I grew up saying isqamba, and which is the traditional mat, and you can't write isqamba, you need to say ukhukhu, which is, yeah, a challenge. Now let's move on to isilungu. Oh, I guys know. So I moved to Joburg in 2000 end of 2003. Then I was doing my grade 9 in 2004. Firstly, thina kaloku esikolweni where I'm from, wonke umuntu uthetha language enye, so there's no need for us basithi isilungu. So that was one challenge. Xa ndifika apha abantu bathetha isiPedi, bathetha isiShangane, bathetha isiVenda, and isikolo sethu sixubile, so you can't really say uzawuthetha isiXhosa. It's only when you are with an egg where uzawuthetha isiXhosa, because ngamaXhosa nonke. So now we had to express ourselves in English. Guys, okokuqala, it was my first time hearing back unento kuthiwa unprepared speech. There's even a speech that umntwana should do ayomaphambili athethe isilungu. So when my English teacher started to say uba kuzawuba ne unprepared speech, I'm thinking, what is this woman talking about? Guys, I'm doing grade 9 at the time. I'm doing grade 9. It's my first time giving an unprepared speech, and now I need to stand there and say, good morning class, or good afternoon class, my name is Mwengile. Ndiyazela Londo. Hi guys, no. As much as, yes, it doesn't matter uba ufunde ezilalini or ufunde phi, but the level of confidence and that it affects you, because you're not able to express yourself. Even if uyazi into kuthethwa ngayo, mhlawumbi useklasini, you can't raise your hand and say, ma'am, this is what I think, this is why this is, or this is how I got to this answer if you're doing physics or maths, because kaloku was uthetha wena. As much as you're going to get it right on paper, but at some point you need to say it ngomlomo about how did you get here, and guys, it was bad. And I think that abantwana basafunda ezilalini whom are not exposed to things at this point, they'll still face the same challenge. I remember when I was doing when I was in grade 9, one of my English teachers actually recommended I must watch cartoons. Guys, at grade 9, I was told I must go and watch cartoons so that I can improve the English. That teacher actually would give me a newspaper almost every day, classes in English, and says, go read and come back and tell me about what was this story about. How do I read and go back and tell what was the newspaper about? Okay, English. Hi guys. So I always see like people everywhere on social media making a joke of my name is instead of my name is. And I'm like, guys, it's a joke to people who don't know, who don't know the struggles that other people went through, but really, that my name is, or angazi, the difference between present and past tense and future tense. You know, I remember even in varsity, guys, one thing about me, God blessed me with good friends. That's all I can say. God blessed me with good friends. I remember at varsity, so we had a teacher who was teaching us communications. So he could speak English, but like the pronunciation, or pronunciation and accent, it was a bit different. So he was talking about something, and he said genuine instead of saying genuine. So people laughed. Lecture hall, they laughed. We are now at TJ, they're laughing and on. So I'm sitting there thinking, what is the joke about? Because I'm not getting it. So I asked my friend Umpo, I'm like, what was the joke about? So she was explaining to me, but no, the lecturer said genuine instead of saying genuine. First of all, I didn't know about no genuine uthetha. I'm doing my first year varsity, guys. Like, I'm doing my first year varsity. So you can see ukubaluleka kwe-foundation phase emntwaneni, which it's bad. It's bad, and it becomes a challenge if really you're not gonna have friends abazokwazi ukukuncedisa there and there and help you maybe with your pronunciation and with the meaning of words and all that. So it's not easy, and I think also on my side, that is why it took me long for me to start this YouTube channel. As much as I knew, but I've got passion for broadcasting, and I couldn't get into the mainstream broadcasting because also my English wasn't good, and also, as I've indicated on my previous video, that my Xhosa wasn't good either. So I wasn't meeting the standard of English radio, and I was also not meeting the standard of Xhosa because my Xhosa is not good either. I could not like comprehend the thought of me and hleli and talking to people, like putting my content out there, and at some point finally taking a slow because I don't know who might be watching this video. Because English, guys, English, I think I'm getting used to expressing myself in English because my work requires a lot of like presentations, and so you need to obviously talk to different people, different stakeholders, and obviously getting a slow. But there are those, like, there's figure as a moments where you like, I don't know what I want to say something, but I just don't know how to say it in English. And now, even if you wanted to raise your hand and say your concerns, it's not easy because now you're sitting there, you're thinking, bah, Konje, what do I say? What does this mean? You see, as long as those zinto. So it becomes a challenge, and really, I looked at that conversation on TikTok and I related to it, and I think I'll put on some video there of what the guys were talking about on TikTok, so that you can see where is this conversation coming from. Yeah, but really, if you can, I would really say do take your child to a good school, because iyanceda nge-confidence. Yes, we're not saying uzaba smart umuntu xa okwazi ukuthetha English uhlanganiphe ugqitha umuntu ongakwazi ukuthetha isilungu. But all I'm saying is that then like you are able to express yourself, you are able to say your views and your point of like the way we bona ngakhona into, instead of like, even if are different from whatever the people are talking about, but now you can't raise it because Galongo, our was to slow. Yes, English does not determine your level of intelligence, or yeah, it doesn't mean that how was to English then you are more intelligent than umtu ongakwazi English, but it allows you to be able to express yourself. It allows you to be able to express yourself, and don't even think twice. You don't even think twice. You just raise your hand and say whatever that you want to say. Like I'm as I'm talking, I can, I can also like see, but there are things that I want to say, but because my English is not like power, I need to think in Xhosa and transfer my thoughts to English, because that's how I grew up. I grew up talking is well, not just Xhosa, but throughout, and a bit of Xhosa obviously because we do mix that and there. But all I'm saying is it takes time for me to say some things, because I need to think and then think. But English, you get me? Yeah, so I really thought that was a nice topic, and eye-opening topic that they're talking about on TikTok, and I thought I should jump in and also say as I'm saying, yes, it's true. Some people are great, some people are creative, and some people are like very smart. And the mere fact that they can't say what they want to say, especially if you are in a industry where you can't really say anything in your language, you need to then say it in English, then you end up not being as good as you are, because you're not able to express yourself in English. And I mean, even if, like for example, in my case, I always wanted to do radio, and because I knew I wasn't good enough with Xhosa, I was not going to make it in Xhosa because I grew up in Mount Frequapata, Siapopa, as 30. Then the only option that I had was English radio, but I couldn't do English radio as well because I don't have the accent. Besides the accent, angikwazi ukusithetha isilungu. Well, okay, now I can, but at that time I couldn't like fully express myself in English. So you see, those things, they put umuntu in a disadvantage, because you as much as you are good, and as much as you can, you know why you're capable of doing this, but you're just not able to then put it out there and do it. I remember even at varsity when we had to do presentations, it will take me time. I'll have to present in front of my friends, and they correct me, and sometimes I'll have to watch videos just to see about how do you do presentations, how do you like say things in front of a lecture hall, in front of many people, which, excuse me, I think it's something that abantwana bangoku, they grow up doing because they're exposed to that. But if you grew up as Lalini, it's a different case. It's really a different case. And it affects your level of confidence, because you're now doubting your capabilities, you're doubting your ability, you just doubt yourself, you doubt everything about yourself, because you're not able to put yourself out there and say things that you want to say ngendlela ofuna ukuzitsho ngayo. And also that the society has just portrayed a picture about everyone from South Africa should be able to speak English, which is not the case. I feel like the society, especially social media and media itself, there is that element of go interview mhlambe TV, and then wathethi igama lesilungu elirongo, you train for that, because kaloku everyone is expected by akwazi ukuthetha English, which is not the case. I mean, which is really not the case. That bakhona abantwana abafunda grade 12 at this point who cannot express themselves in English. Bakhona abantwana benza first year, abenza second year, who are done actually in university. They are probably working somewhere, but they can't fully express themselves in English because of foundation up from their corner. They were not exposed to English and all that, which is, I feel, is unfair for the society, the media, the social media, to expect everyone to be able to express themselves in English. I think we need to be very accepting and lenient, not even lenient, but understanding. But it's not everyone that got the best education that you got, and if you are able to then express yourself in English and have an accent, then that's good for you. But it doesn't mean that funeka ujongele omnye umuntu phansi because that person akakwazi ukuthetha English kahle or akana accent. I think that's it that I wanted to say on this topic. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for subscribing. For those that have not yet subscribed, please do so. Please make sure that you do hit the bell and subscribe, and also hit the bell for notifications, so that when I do upload content, you are then notified and you can come and watch. Please make sure that you do like, comment, and share my content. Thank you so much. I do appreciate your support. Bye.